Everyone's getting less productive, and that's a big problem for the economy. A major insurance company let employees work remotely, but the new CEO reversed the policy. Employees are outraged, with one calling it a power move that is frankly disgusting. T-Mobile lays off over 67% of its highly regarded customer service crew, and Home Depot is selling tiny homes that you can build yourself for less than $50,000. So how crucial is it for you to keep your job today? Now, if you ask me, it's a matter of life and death. You see, within the economic landscape, one that's going to be going through a few tremors here and there, you're going to need a steady flow of cash. Now, it may not be millions of dollars, but if it pays for the bills, then you better treasure it. That's how I see my work. And that's why I'm here every single day, because I know you guys need these updates. And for some, you need a wake-up call. Did you know that some workers are protesting against going back to the office and doing their jobs there? Well, get this. After being promised that these workers can work from home, now these people are all of a sudden being told that, this is going to be a hybrid situation where some days you're actually working in the office. Does that sound fair to you? Kind of like yanking the rug out from under the employees? You know what? Comment which you prefer. Comment WFH if you believe that work from home is the best way to go, or comment WFO if you think that work from the office is okay to do. Now, speaking of homes, how would you like to buy one for about $50,000? Now, if you said yes, then go ahead and head on over to Home Depot, as they're now offering tiny homes that you can build yourself. Do you think that this is going to become a trend due to the problems that we're seeing with the housing market? And does it seem like a good idea given that interest rates have made mortgages less affordable? And how do you feel about hard work? I mean, seriously. How do you show it? Is it by clocking in and out every day? Is it by doing the bare minimum? Or is it just by doing what is expected of you? Now, believe it or not, workers in our country are not as productive as they used to be. And even if you are, layoffs are still being done because many companies just can't keep up with the times. Now, imagine getting fired for working hard. All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get right into the updates. Also, for the very best way to invest in gold or silver, check out the links in the description down below. I don't know if you guys have heard, but gold literally just recently crested above $2,000 an ounce. Could gold go to $3,000 an ounce? I don't know, but for the very best way to invest in gold or silver, check out the links in the description down below. Now, I got a question for you guys. Do you like working from home? Now, I understand that some people can be productive if they're at home, and I say can be because it's a matter of choice. Now, there are places where they will literally ask you to either choose your job or lose it if you insist on working from home. Farmers Group, an insurance company, they're now asking their employees to come back into the office, and they're pretty much being given the bird by a lot of employees. You see, this company, they have an internal social media platform. Since the announcement of this move, more than 2,000 comments have already been posted, and they're complaining about the return to office, with some even saying that they're going to quit on the spot. Now, one post from an employee said this, quote, "I was hired as a remote worker and was promised that was the company culture moving forward. This is seemingly a power move that is frankly disgusting," end quote. Now, I couldn't agree more on that one. Now, I can understand how things can change in an instant, but it's quite sad if this is true, since they basically lied to this worker. But I guess unless it's in a contract, then you're out of luck. I guess a company's word means nothing nowadays. Now, some workers would actually be offered a hybrid situation, work a few days at home, work a few days in the office, so long as you're within a 50-mile radius of one of their offices. Now, I do want to go ahead and put a pin in this one and say, at the end of the day, everybody's expendable, even the very best people for the job. I mean, just look what happened to T-Mobile with their recent announcement. Quote, "To make our best-in-class online support team even more effective and collaborative for customers, we're bringing our previously geographically dispersed online support team, T-Force, physically together into 5 designated customer experience center locations across the country. As online support remains a priority and we plan to stay fully staffed, we hope as many of our employees as possible stay on with us. To support them, we have offered relocation packages. Those who are unable to move are eligible for alternative roles at T-Mobile. We will provide those who choose to leave the company with transition support and anticipate very few departures," end quote. So now this T-Force group is supposedly fast and highly praised. They respond through Twitter and Facebook, something that many of us have access to, but I guess the good times just don't last, right? So they're also cutting these support centers down from 17 to 5. Workers have been offered a lump sum payment to relocate to a nearby call center, or they can accept the layoff and be given severance payments. This shows that no one is safe from layoffs, guys. This is the truth. However, not everyone's focused on hard work. Now, sure, you're going to hear things that are going fine and that the economy is on the up and up, but did you know that slowed productivity is actually bringing us that much closer to a recession? Not that we're not already in one, but look at this right here. Now, you might think, hey, it's going up, but look at it closely. It's not. And as per the numbers, labor productivity has actually gone down for 5 straight quarters year over year.
U.S. worker productivity fell sharply in the second quarter, its biggest annual drop since 1948, even as employers spent more on labor and added more jobs. The Labor Department on Tuesday said non-farm productivity, which measures the goods and services produced per hour worked, declined at a 4.6 annualized rate in the second quarter. It was the second straight quarterly decline and came as growth in unit labor costs, a measure of worker compensation and productivity, accelerated in the second quarter. That suggests employers are paying workers more to produce less, and that strong wage pressures will continue to fuel high inflation.
You now have to ask the question, are people working hard enough? Well, you tell me. Productivity is down in our country, which means that there are less people who work hard, who work as if their paycheck depended on it. Have you met an unproductive person? Someone who may be at home or in the office, but they're basically doing the same thing? They clock in, eat breakfast in the office, spend most of their time hanging out, talking to colleagues, or basically they're doing everything but actually doing work. Maybe they're talking about a Netflix series or something like that. Then they go home and post on Facebook or Twitter that their jobs are awful. Have you met anybody like that? Now, don't get me wrong. There are jobs out there that are difficult, but if you're on your phone like 70% of the time, especially if you're at work and that phone time is mostly on social media platforms that don't even relate to the job, then no, your job's not really that hard. You might just be lazy, but I'm not here to judge. But if you like working hard and having a home, why not try and visit a local nearby Home Depot? Why Home Depot? Well, because they just entered the real estate market, guys. And since mortgages and rents continue to go up, they've introduced the getaway pad. Now you're probably wondering, why are they suddenly doing this, right? Well, let's think about that for a second. They're cutting prices on many of their other items, right? Now at $50,000, these are not dirt cheap, but if they're compared to a house, prices nowadays, this is kind of a deal. Now at this point, you gotta think that they are doing their best to make up for losses elsewhere, right? Well, where is that? Well, how many people are investing in modifying their homes nowadays? And just to make it that much clearer, look at this. Their stock continues to trend downward, and obviously this is not good news. This is not the news that they want to hear. Now, as the real estate market crumbles and interest rates continue to go up, I expect Home Depot will have a profitable, although short-lived success with these small homes. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on today's topics? I want to hear you guys' ideas, so definitely hit me up in the comment section down below. Now, of course, none of this is financial advice. This is purely for entertainment purposes. But I want to ask you guys, what are your goals? Now, I try my best to learn as much as I can from your opinions and your stories. And a couple of things that I've read over and over again are either connected to improving your cash flow or what I'm invested in. Now, I want to be concise with this one. I have my eggs in many different baskets, and when it comes to investing, I try and weigh all my options. I look at the stock market, I look at real estate investing, gold, silver. I look at these markets every single day. Now, if you want to ask something about building multiple streams of income, look no further than creating, small businesses, side hustles, or even coming up with different home-based business ideas. I know it's not easy, but it is a heck of a lot easier to afford your needs with these methods. Now, if you guys want to learn more about this, definitely hit me up in the comment section down below. I will be willing to make videos on this, talking about how to get started. Now, right now, you should see 2 videos above my head. Go ahead and click on those videos right now and check those out. But before I go, please do me a huge favor, drop a like for the video and share this video with everyone you know, and subscribe to the channel for your daily dose of the truth. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.